When you're alone, don't be sad. When you're forced to be alone, when you're forced into isolation, don't be upset. Don't try to escape it. Do the exact opposite. Enjoy it. Take advantage of it. I feel like when God puts us into isolation, when God, takes everyone away from us and, puts us in a space by ourselves, I feel like there's a reason for that. And I feel like the main, reason for that is growth. I feel like a lot of times he does that to people that don't understand themselves truly, that don't have the best relationship possible with themselves. He sees that you can't truly give yourself to somebody or love somebody or get to know somebody if you can't get to know and love yourself. That's important. You have to get to know and love yourself before you can get to know and love anybody else. So a lot of times the people that don't like isolation are the people that struggle with that exact thing that I just mentioned. A lot of times the people that hate being alone, that they can't go to the store by themselves, they can't watch a movie by themselves, that they can't have fun doing anything by themselves. They always have to have a group around them, but they have to have a girl with them, or, they just don't like being alone. Those are the people that need to be alone the most. Those are the people that need to get to know themselves the most. If you can't have fun by yourself, you can't enjoy time and be at peace when you're by yourself, you got a big problem. Because at that point, what you're pretty much saying is that your happiness, that your peace, it relies and resides in other people. It's not personal. You don't own that peace. You don't own that happiness. Somebody else owns it and you're borrowing it from them when they're around you. You don't own your own happiness. You don't own your own peace. So God forbid one day everybody turns their back on you and leaves you, you'll have nothing. Because you don't even have yourself. You don't even know yourself enough to be able to have yourself. You don't have that relationship with yourself. You don't have that bond with yourself. You don't have that understanding with yourself. You probably don't even know what you like to do. When you're out with somebody, every single time they ask, what should we do? Say, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do. And you go ahead and force yourself to have fun doing the things that they're doing. And those might not even be the things that you actually enjoy doing. But you just enjoy doing that more than being alone. And I feel like a lot of times when people get alone, they start to learn a bunch of different things about themselves that they never would have realized or had the opportunity to learn and become aware of if they never were forced into that isolation. Jesus went into the woods and isolated himself many, many times in the Word. If you read the Word, he isolates himself. He goes away many, many times. And to do what? To pray. And ultimately what I believe Jesus is God. So if God himself is going away and loves spending time by himself, when everybody wants to be around him, he's on earth and all his disciples want to be around him all the time, but he understands the importance of being alone. And that's why sometimes he takes us out of situations, out of groups of people, and puts us alone. Because if him being almighty knows that it's an important thing to do, he can change anything on the earth. He created himself. He created everything. Ain't nothing bigger than God in this earth. But he understands being alone is important. He understands the strength of being alone. Don't be scared to be alone. Enjoy being alone. Love being alone. When God isolates you, take advantage of that. Don't ever look at anything that God does to you as a punishment. Just look at it as constructive. Look at it as he's trying to help me grow. He's trying to show me something. Learn from everything that he puts you through in life. He never do nothing to hurt you. He has plans for you for hope in the future and prosperity. He doesn't have plans for you to be hurt or to be lost in life. If anything, he wants to show you the way, and he is the only way. I feel like a lot of people, they don't understand that. They feel like everything has to be around other people. They put so much thought and attention into other people, what other people got going on. They might see a pair of sneakers that they like, and because everybody else in the world thinks those sneakers is ugly or those sneakers is too cheap, those are broke person sneakers, they don't want to buy them sneakers. Or they might really like a shirt, but nobody else likes that shirt, so they're never going to buy that shirt because they're scared of what other people are going to think of when they have that shirt on. You get what I'm saying? People don't even have their own perspectives on things. When you really think about it, I want everybody to really sit down one day and really just think, why do you believe the things that you believe? Why do you think the things that you believe? Why do you carry the opinions that you carry? Is it because you truly one day sat down and thought about that subject and crafted your own opinion? Or is that what society told you? Is that what everybody else told you? That's what all your friends believe. So you just automatically just adopted that belief, adopted that opinion. You got to really think about things like that. And this is what being alone helps you do. Being alone helps you be intimate with yourself, get to know yourself better, look at yourself more intricately, and understand why you are how you are, why you do what you do. Things about yourself that you lack, things about yourself that you have in abundance, things about yourself that you do very well. These are all things that being alone helps you do. A lot of times when you're around a bunch of people, your mindset, your vision is cloudy. You don't have clarity when you're around too many people because you have too many other, ideas and other people's emotions and other people's opinions coming in and out your ears all the time, and seeing how other people react to situations. You don't really get the time to pay attention to how you do it and make your own choices because things are just, shown in front of you. A lot of times people take the easier way out instead of just understanding, what do I believe about this situation right here? How do I feel about this? How do I feel about playing basketball? Do I like playing basketball, or do I just like playing basketball because that's what all my friends do? And you feel me? I want to be around them and I want to be alone. Or is it, actually, I don't like playing basketball. And what I feel like I'm way more talented at, and what I feel like I have way more happiness and peace with, is painting. You never know what you might like to do. You might not even know who you could become until you get to spend that time alone. Because when you are alone, you have nothing else to do but get to know yourself. Because it's just you versus you. It's just you and you in that situation. And it doesn't make sense that a lot of people, stray away from trying to get to know themselves and have the best possible relationship that they can with themselves. Because at the end of the day, in this world, all you have is yourself and God. And when everybody else leaves everything else in this world besides yourself, your soul, and God, it's temporary. So we put so much importance and attention and focus on things that don't really matter, things that can be here today and gone for tomorrow. So by doing that, we're not setting ourselves up in the best possible position. Like it says in the Bible, a person that builds their life with God at the center of it is building a house on a good foundation. But a person that builds their life without God is building their house on the floor. And when the floods and when the storms and when all the bad things come into life and they happen, that house is gonna fall down. It's gonna break down. But the house that has the foundation of God in it is gonna be a strong house. It's gonna withstand through them things. So in life, you need to 100% make sure you have yourself in totality. And make sure your mindset, your spirituality, with your relationship with God is paramount above all things. People and relationships and crowds, they only get you so far. And they're not what's going to make sure you good when everything goes bad. A lot of people, they're around for the good times, not the bad times. But who's going to be there throughout the good times and the bad times is yourself and God. So that's what you need to put the most focus on. I'm not sitting on this video to say, I'm not on this video to come out here and just tell you guys to, be alone and never talk to nobody, never be social or anything like that. But I'm telling you to embrace the loneliness, embrace the isolation. I feel like everybody goes through a period of isolation in their life, and some people take advantage of it, and some people, they turn their back on it, and they try their best to get out of that situation. They try to fight it. They don't try to accept it and understand it and learn from it. They try to just fight it and see the bad in it, soak up in the negativity of it instead of, embracing it for how positive it could be, for how much positivity it could do into your life. I mean, this is just my thoughts on it. You might have different thoughts, you might believe different things, but this is just how I feel about the situation. And I feel like, a lot of people, they come and go in your life. So it just doesn't make sense to me to put all your happiness, your peace, everything into other people that you have no control over. What you have control over is your mind and yourself. That's it in this world. Nothing else. You don't even have control of your health. So all you have control over in this world is your mind and yourself. You know, what you do. You know, how you are with yourself. That's all you have control over. The relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship you have with God. So, to me, I believe that's the most important. I believe that's what we should focus on the most. I believe that's what we should put the most time and attention into. And I feel like, honestly, that will give you the happiest life possible. Because you're in control of it. A lot of times when other people are in control of your happiness, you know, a lot of other people, they don't really want you to be the happiest that you could possibly be. You know, they want to make sure they're happy. You know, when you getting put in a situation where, you know, a lot of times it's you or them, they're going to choose them every time. You know, there's good people out there that will sometimes put you above them. 100%, I believe that. But 9 times out of 10, you know, I want to bet on myself more than I want to bet on somebody else. I want to bet on me being able to keep myself happy than somebody else being able to keep, you know, me happy. I feel like a lot of times people are going to choose themselves over me. You know, a lot of times, them people, they're going to leave you in the dust to make sure that they're good. So that's something you got to be careful. That's something you got to watch out for. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. You know? Do what's right for you. Become happy within yourself. Become happy within, you know, your own life. Get to know you better. Because at the end of the day, all you got is you.